everyone, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how you can make a station rotation board. And I will be showing you how to make a stock station rotation board. That way you have your blended learning stations of online, offline, and teacher-led that are ready to go, and you can change the activity at the intervals that you need to do so. But just using generic icons, your students will know that the apple, for instance, means that they are working with the teacher. The laptop icon will let them know that they are doing something online. And then the icon of books will let them know that that is going to be their offline station. So you can change out those activities as you see fit, but that way the students know when they see those icons that that is exactly what it means. I also want to go over the flow of the station rotation board. Station rotations can take place however works best for you and your students. So, if you want to do them all in one day, in one class period, perhaps, and split up the stations into 10 or 15-minute rotations, that is great. If you want to do one station a day, that is great as well. So, whatever works for you, feel free to do so. So, for the example, if I go back and forth between each of those, just letting you know right away that there's no right or wrong way to do this. So you can see here that we have our stations, three different activities, and then we have our groups, three different groups. You may have more stations, you may have more groups, but for now, I'm just going to be using this 4x4 grid. So, what this means is that group A will first be going to the teacher. During this same rotation, group B will be doing the offline activity. And during the same rotation, group C will be doing the online activity. So we are reading this column going down where it says station one at the header. And that way each group of students know what they're going to be doing. So group A is with the teacher, group B is offline, and group C is online. Then, however, you want to change your station rotation, station two, whether it be the next day or the next chunk of time. Now, group A is going to move from the teacher station to the online station. Group B is going to move from the offline station to the teacher led station. Group C is going to move from the online station to the offline station. And then after that rotation period is done, then rotation three, their last station, will be the one that they have not done yet. So group A will be offline, group B online, and group C will be with the teacher. Something important to consider when creating and designing your stations is to make sure that students can be successful if their first rotation is the teacher led, if it's the offline, or if it's the online. So, breaking it down, that means that you can't make one station a requirement to be successful in the other stations. So, what happens sometimes is teachers are designing these station rotations thinking that, well, first they're going to meet with the teacher and do like a mini lesson, and then they can go on to the online and offline. Well, if we look here at station one, we see that group B has not yet met with the teacher. They won't meet with the teacher until rotation two. And group C, if this is the first rotation, they have to be able to complete that online activity in the first rotation. They also have to be able to complete the offline activity in the second rotation because they are meeting with the teacher last in the third rotation. If there's absolutely something that they need prior to the rotations to be successful, consider doing a lesson perhaps at the beginning of the week. Some things that work are having Monday be your lesson and instruction type of day. After the lesson, you can let students know what each of the stations are going to look like, and then work on those stations throughout the week. You're able to teach them what they need to know. You're able to give them a little bit of insight into the stations, and then maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they can do a station each class period. What you can also do is coming in each day as the class period starts, do a quick run through, set students up for success, knowing where they're going and what they're doing that day. And that way they're able to move into the stations and be successful. So this is how the station rotation board looks if you are doing 3 groups and 3 stations. If you are doing more groups, more stations, feel free to add more rows. So I'm going to go ahead and add a new slide. From here, I'll take off what already comes with it by highlighting it and clicking delete or backspace. I'm going to insert a table, and I am using the 4x4 grid. So there we go. And I want that a little bit bigger, so I'm just going to pull at this corner here. Perfect. Now I'm going to set up my headers. This is our group. This is station 1, station 2, and station 3. And then groups, however you call them. For the sake of this example, I am just doing groups A, B, and C. And I can just go in and readjust my sizes. And now I'll just highlight all of these and make them uniform. I want that font to be a little bit bigger. And I do want to center these as well. Same thing with the group column. I'm going to make my font bigger and center. Okay, let's grab those icons. Again, we go to Insert. I'm going to Pictures, and I'm going to find a stock image. So for the teacher-led station, I'm going to find an apple. And I'm going to the icon. That looks good. I'll go ahead and insert that. And I'll put group A at the teacher-led first. Then I'll copy that and paste another. Let's see, let's try it again. And then I'm going to move that apple at a diagonal, and that's going to be the way I start out my stations. So that's going to give me that through line. Go. Okay, so we have our teacher-led station. We know group A is going to be able to meet with the teacher during station 1, group B during station 2, and group C during station 3. The next ones aren't going to be as simple, but they're not going to be complicated. Let's go ahead and insert again another picture, and this time let's go with the online station. So we'll find a laptop, and I want to go to icon. This will work, so I will insert that, and I'll go up to group A, and I'll put them on the online station during rotation 2. I'll put them at station rotation 3 on the online, and then group C will get online during station 1. So it wasn't as clean as the teacher-led where we were able to get that diagonal, but it was close enough. And then our last one is going to be the offline station, and so we do see where those gaps fall right there. So let's find a stock image for something that represents offline. I'm going to use books. If you have a different idea or would like to go another direction, feel free to do so. I'm just going to insert that, make it the size that I want, and then paste again. And there we have it. So the next thing we want to do is add any type of directions onto these activities. Maybe for your online station, you have an Edpuzzle, or you have a video that you've recorded, or maybe they're watching Khan Academy, or another resource that you'd like them to go to. You will be able to link onto this icon. So you will insert. If you have a video, you can go ahead and click up here, video. If it's an online video, feel free to grab the URL from YouTube, SlideShare, Vimeo, all of those ones that are able to work with PowerPoint. Microsoft Flip is a really great resource, so just kind of throwing that out there. And then you can insert that. And maybe you have some worksheets, and then maybe you also have some resources that they can utilize online. If there's anything that you want to link, maybe directions or a video that goes over the instructions. Same thing if you're going to do a video right here, you can upload it online. Microsoft Flip is a great place to make your videos and then insert here as the teacher, so that way your students have directions. But if you are going to add something that they need to access, you can put a text box. So I'm going to insert right here. I'm going to grab a text box. I'm going to create the size that I want. And I will say like instructions, directions, materials, whatever it may be that you are giving your students that they will need to access. So I'm going to make that font smaller so that it fits. There we go. And now I can highlight instructions and I can insert a link. So if it is a document, if it's a PDF, if it's any resource that you would like them to be able to access, you can go ahead and put whatever that URL is. So that is how you can make a standard station rotation board, having 3 stations, 3 groups. Again, if you need more stations or more groups, feel free to add rows and columns as you see fit. But having a standard station rotation board is a nice way for you to have a routine with your students, let them know where they're going to be going, what the icons stand for, and then also inserting and plugging in the different activities that they're going to be doing weekly or however you do your stations. So I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you are enjoying your blended learning journey.